Dennis, say well.
Say when.
All right, go ahead, Coach. Opening statement.
All right, great Tuesday, man. Great weather. Thank the good Lord for that. Had a lot of energy and juice today. Our kids are excited to get back out there. We're excited for this week. Huge rivalry game against the best group of 5 team in America right now. You know, coming off their performance last year. Got a lot of respect for their program, their head coach, their coordinators, their quarterback, and just how they do things. You know, I was blessed to be a part of it for 2 years and very thankful for that. And, you know, this game means a lot to a lot of people at Southern Miss. Our kids certainly understand that. Our staff does. And we're looking to respond this week and have a great week of practice and show that we've got a good football team, because we know we do. And so with that, I'll open it up.
Obviously, Pratt doesn't play last week. Do you anticipate he will? How do you go about preparing for that?
If there's any way possible Michael can play, Michael will play. Michael's a winner in every sense of the word. You know, so if he can't play, then nobody on planet Earth could play. You know, that's all I know. I don't know anything else except that. I know Michael. I know what Michael's about. And if Michael can play, Michael will play. And
What do you think of their backup, Kai
I
Horton?
think he's really good, really good. You know, thought he played great versus Houston last year. Thought he played decent versus Cincinnati 2 years ago as a true freshman. Thought he played really well versus Ole Miss to give him a chance. Thought he played good in some other games he's played in. And then the guy behind him, Justin Ibieta, is a super talented individual too. Maybe the most talented one over there. That's had labrum surgeries, and I don't think his shoulder's just 100% healed yet too. So they got a good quarterback room right there.
Coach, speaking to your offensive identity, you've only played 2 games.
Yeah.
You're trying to discover who you are each year.
Yeah. I don't think so, Glenn. I think we know who we are. I think we played a really good football team, and it is what it is. You know what I mean?
I was just going to say,
Yeah.
you played 2 teams who were
Yeah.
totally at the different ends of the spectrum.
Oh, yeah, there's no doubt
And
about
how
that.
affects, how
Yeah.
you cover
No,
it.
we know what our identity is. We're going to be a multiple personnel team that uses some tempo at times and mixes run and pass and takes what the defense gives you. Florida State don't give you anything. You know what I mean? And they didn't us. And it is what it is. So, no, we got a good offensive football team. We're going to be good. And, and it is what it is. We're looking forward to the rest of the year.
Curious about Dreke Clark.
Yeah, good player.
What has he brought to the team in his first 2 weeks?
Yeah, he's a good player, and he's a really good football player that's trying to have a great career here. You know, the first 2 games have played out to where, we took Frank out early because we got a long season. And, didn't want to get him banged up and hurt when a game had already been decided. And I anticipate Frank will play 4 quarters, this week. And Dreke's going to be there to spell him. Chandler Pittman's a really good football player too that you saw. We got the ball in his hands the other night one time. We tried several times. We'll get it in his hands a lot this week. J.Q. Gray's a young guy that's coming on, and Rambo's a guy that can make plays. So we got a good running back room. Kenyon Clay's about to be back from injury. Chance he can play this week. And, but the preseason's over, and it ain't a preseason, but we played a half versus Alcorn, played a half versus Florida State. Frank's load will increase significantly, moving forward.
But just going off of that, I don't know how involved you are in bringing Dreke to here, but what did you see, or why did you like him, or why did you want to bring him?
Yeah, so I recruited him at Memphis, and then we recruited him here. He was first team All-State at Starkville. Unbelievable running back in the state of Mississippi. Highly recruited kid out of high school. We were able to sign him at Memphis when I was there, and then when he got in the portal, it was a no-brainer for us. He's a Southern Miss guy all the way with how he acts, how he loves football, and how he can play. Doing really good in the kicking game too.
To Memphis, obviously, you know who Coach Shiel Wood is.
Yeah.
You talked about what you expect from those guys, and having played Coach Wood last year, some familiarity there.
Yeah, he's done a good job. We've gone against Shiel several times through the years when he was at Army, and we were at Tulane. And last year he was at Troy, and a good defensive coach, really sound in what he does. They're very rarely out of position. And then now he's with Willie Fritz, and Willie Fritz teams play hard. You know what I mean? So our fans will see a similar style defense from the standpoint of they're sound in how they play. They can apply pressure multiple ways, and they play really hard because our programs are built very similar in that fashion.
Playing hard. I wanted to say that I went back and watched the film of last week's game. I thought the O-line really spilled it for you guys.
Oh God, man, they battled and played. I thought there were some real positives to come out of that game. Number 1 was our O-line. Number 2 was our young tight ends, and number 3 was our corners. And O-line's been a question mark here for so many years. We said going into the year we thought we had that fixed. I don't think there's any doubt we do. With Cole's injury, it's forced these young tight ends to get better faster, and they have. That's going to be a positive as the year goes on. And then we said going into the year, these corners are really talented, but they're unproven. Well, they got tested by the best of the best Saturday, and they rose to the occasion. So we can build off that and grow from there and use that moving forward, as we go into a huge rivalry game versus a great team and then on into Sun Belt play, which, is the goal for this year. The goal for this year is to put ourselves in contention to win the Sun Belt West. And we got one more out-of-conference game before we get into that. We want to continue to grow and continue to get better. And we want to respond the right way. And we got to play really well versus a great opponent, or we'll get embarrassed. I mean, they're a really good team.
Do you have any more of a firmer timeline for Cole now?
I don't. You'd have to ask Todd and McCall. Yeah.
You mentioned it, Tulane being one of the best Group of 5 teams in the country. What is it like to have them here at the Rock in front of these fans?
Yeah, it was great. And last year they were the best Group of 5 team. They proved that over and over. They've been really good this year. They beat a really good South Alabama team soundly. I'm learning. They beat, they had Ole Miss. They had them. A call here or there differently, and they win that football game. They outplayed them really. And, so really good football team. Great to have them here at the Rock. Great for that rivalry to be renewed. I commend both administrations. And, we want to win.
Two more for Coach.
To the Tulane defensive line, it surprised you at all they were able to shut down the SEC's #1 rushing attack?
I thought they just out-schemed them. They just out-schemed them. They chopped up the front, cut up the front, had a lot of great run stunts, and Ole Miss kept running the same schemes at them. They kept running the same stunts and getting in the backfield, and they just had them outnumbered right there at the point of attack in the run game and did a great job schematically, with how they attacked Ole Miss.
Just after you watched the film, how'd you feel just watching it back on Billy's performance?
I feel like I'm ready to go play Tulane. I do. Y'all good?
Thank you.
All right.
Thanks,
Love y'all,
guys.
man. Appreciate you.